we are working up against the building with the wind coming over the top of the building and over the top of the car. So there should be a sort of a vacuum with turbulence and some swirling going on between the car and the building. And you'll see some of that because Mac works alongside the building first until he goes to the car. And once he gets over to the car, he's pretty quick to get to the hide on that side of the car. But I think there's quite a bit of swirling here between the building and the car because again, the wind is coming from the top of that building across. It's almost a two-story building and across the top of the car. Then we have a second hide on the hitch of this trailer. He gets caught up on several times on the fence where I suspect it's a cyclone fence with a tarp behind it where I suspect it's trapping some odor as it's swirling around there. But he finally gets to pinpointing where it is, and success alert. So in the second run, again, he works along that fence first, and then goes a little over to the trailer where the hide has been moved to the rear fender, comes back around here, works along those parking stops and checks out a couple things that look like treats are not. He then comes around the car, and it's interesting when he comes around the other side of the car, the hide now is on the opposite, above the opposite wheel where he's looking right now. And when he comes around to this side of the car, he is trying to get under the car, which would lead some people, would lead me to believe that the odor is coming from the other side. It's not. I think it is swirling and coming down the side of that car and going under the car. Because the hide itself, you can almost see it is right above the tire, but fairly far into the car. So he's continues to want to go under the car, and then finally he gets into the wheel well a little better. And so I choose to reward him when he's pretty close to where I want him to be. He's not had a lot of experience with these hides that far into the car. He then leaves the car, kind of goes past the fence, gets out of the odor, comes back, and heads back to the trailer where the odor is coming from. And again, this is, although we have a wind, I suspect, and by the way he is working, that there is a lot of turbulence and swirling off the top of that building.